Ooh, what's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, this September 21st card, I did a video on it. Obviously, you know Turkey coming to Wembley for the battle of the big British bodybuilders. Anthony, Robert Belchua, and Daniel. I don't want to roast Daniel too much. Anyway, let's get to the point. I'll be talking too much. End of the day, yeah, this card was a bit... it was a bit leave it for me, but... I mean, it's still a bit leave it, but ultimately, the one fight I was interested in, outside of AJ and Dubois, was this one here. Willie, who punched up Craig Richards. Yeah, Craig Richards, he made a whole big scene. Yeah? People close to the situation. When Willie was fighting Craig Richards, yeah, everyone was roaring off. Oh, he talked about this. Oh, he said he was going to punch his dreadlocks off his... I'm sorry, people. I find things funny, man. Listen, if I've got dreadlocks, yeah, and I'm fighting dude, and he tells me I'm going to punch the dreadlocks off your head, it is what it is. That's how you're supposed to feel. There's nothing racial in that, people. 100%. I'd tell him, hey, man, obviously this is YouTube, but I'd tell Willie, hey, listen, man, I'm going to punch you back to them bare knuckle establishments you came from. That's what I'd have said. Just keep it on the same level. You ain't got to be crying to authority all the time. Oh, he said something that was particular to my... Oh my God. Grown-ass 35-year-old man. Handle your business, Craig. That's what cats aren't focused on these days. Handle your business when you're supposed to. Don't be looking to authority to help you. Don't be looking for public outrage. Because guess what, Craig? You did the yapping about this weren't right. Oh man, it's injustice. And where was you at? Punched up. Missing. Now you're missing somewhere. So get Craig out of here. I ain't trying to hear no more from Craig. I ain't trying to hear no more political outrage from Craig, because he ain't do nothing. This is one sport, yeah, where there can be, you know what I mean, there's no amount of political outrage or anything else that can stop you whooping a dude. So focus on that. Anyway, so Willie roasted Craig Richards. Craig Richards got punched up. So I didn't even know Willie like that until that whole situation happened. Then the fight happened and oh my God. I can't lie. Was I rooting for Craig? I was. But when I saw him getting punched up and doing nothing, I thought, well, fair play to Willie. I'm not a hater like that. Some man, yeah, will watch Craig get punched up and then still be bitter about it. But listen, people. If Craig don't want to handle his business, yeah, that's on him. Yeah? That's on him. Now, fast forward now, we've got Buatsi versus Willie. And at the press conference, it was a bit moist. Still, for me, it should be in terms of hype, this for me is the number 2 fight on the card. You got AJ Dubois and then this. And then 2-2s, I go on Instagram. I check October Red's channel on Instagram. Again, check her on YouTube, Instagram, October Red, 100%. Exclusive content. And I see this video here. And there's a comment. I'm going to get to the video. In fact, you know what? I'll be talking too much. Let's get to the video and I'll give you some context. It all kicks off essentially. Ish goes left, people. Watch this one here.
Right, come on, man. Right, come on. Alright, go on. Yeah, come on. Now the camera's on and
so it all devolves into a rabid brawl, people. Look at Willie here. Willie trying to get back in the mix, man. And this is what I love, ultimately. This is what I love. Yeah, again, I wasn't interested at all in Richards versus... I just assumed, like Eddie did. Craig Richards, yeah, was one of Eddie Hearn's picks. So, I was like Eddie Hearn. I thought, oh, that's going to be Willie's ass. Willie's lost before. He ain't been at the level Craig's been at. At the end of the day, Willie went in there, yeah, and he did his job. That's the truth. And he boxed Craig Richards' dreadlocks spark off his head. Now, people... Oh, no. That's what happened, people. I can't lie to you about it. I'll come on there and tell you, no, it was this. No. Willie boxed the dreadlocks clean off Craig Richards' scalp. I'm damn sure, no lie. I watched Turkey's 4K stream of this fight, yeah. And at the end, look at around the 48-minute mark, I'm sure I saw one of Craig's dreads on the floor. Pushed his dreads off his head. That's what I observed. That's on Craig, though. Listen, Craig, that's something you and Chairman Wiggy need to work out. Yeah? Craig Richards, And Shane McGuigan need to work out why one of your dreadlocks, the very things in question, yeah, that Willie said he was going to bounce off your head, is on the canvas after 12 rounds. That's between you, man. I'm no more longer involved. It sucked me in at the start. I thought, oh yeah, man, Craig, he going to eat. Yeah, Craig fixing to cook this dude ass. Oops. 100%. Anyway, so, as it stands now, I like Willie. In fact, let's have a look here. Willie, I'm looking at the odds now. Hutchinson vs Buatsi odds checker. Because I'd like to think that Buatsi's probably going to be like AJ's versus Dubois. AJ's a 4-1 favourite against Dubois. I assume Buatsi's going to be the same. But if there's enough bare knuckle cats, well, you put a tenner on Buatsi, you get £4.40 profit back. You put a tenner on Willie, you get £21 profit back. So Buatsi is not as strong as a favourite as AJ is against Dubois. Is it worth putting money on? You'd need to put about £1,000 on. If you put 100, well, I guess you could put 100 quid on. If you put 100 quid on Buatsi, yeah, you get £44 back. That's a Chinese there, right? That's a weekend Chinese, people. So it's up to you, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, people, yeah, the culture keep letting me down. Yeah, I'd like to think Buatsi going to go in there. Craig Richards was, I believe, a higher favourite to beat Willy Hutchinson. That's the truth. I think he was certainly higher than Buatsi. He was more likely to win based on the odds than Buatsi was. So that's the point I'm making here. And ultimately, Craig Richards had a close fight at Buatsi. He lost by, 2 rounds, I'd say. And Craig Richards came on strong in the back end of that fight. So, people, I'd love to sit here and tell you that I'm backing Buatsi. Gun to my head, who wins this fight? Buatsi, but I mean, there's a cat in the comment here who said, where is it? Here we go. He said, this is what we need, not always the humble Bible flexes. From Buatsi. And Buatsi, again, he too calm. That's my criticism of him. He too composed. He's not spiteful enough. He doesn't seem to. He seems to have one gear to me. I never see him, apart from when he's fighting bums like a few years ago, he don't seem to go through the gears. And what this Willy Hutchinson fight against Craig Richards showed was Craig needed another gear, because he was getting hit in his head anyway. He needed to go through the gears and start letting his hands go. Shane McGuigan was saying, let your hands go now. If you're there, yeah, and you're being hit anyway, you might as well just turn it into a Gatti versus Ward. You know, one's there. That's what you might as well do, because Craig's head was going bong bong anyway. So you might as well get your head bonging and then get some of your own shots off. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but come on, it's a fight. Yeah, and there's more than just a fight on the line from Craig Richards' point of view, right? He alleged it was institutional. He alleged whatever. So go get yours, right? Yeah, go get it. So yeah, I agree with this cat here that this is potentially, but who knows? Let's not forget. Emotionally speaking, Craig Richards, that's a key reason I thought, oh yeah, well Craig's like Buatsi in that sense. Craig, he either starts too late, or he's not spiteful enough. He wasn't spiteful enough against Bivol. He wasn't spiteful enough against Buatsi. He started too late, etc., etc. So some of the same things you can say about Buatsi. Buatsi's a more cleaner boxer than Richards. A more consistent boxer than Richards. But still, there's undertones there of Richards. Not aggressive enough. Doesn't apply a pace. Has one gear. Is not a massive puncher. So whilst I agree to some extent with what this guy's saying, that yeah, it's good to see spite from Buatsi. Good to see some emotionalness from Buatsi. How did that emotionalness help Craig? If anything, he looked cooked. He looked like he was a rabbit in headlights. Just like, did he? Most of that fight, Craig Richards looked like a rabbit in headlights. Now, I'm not saying, I do believe, obviously, Buatsi is a higher class than Craig Richards. If you said that Craig Richards was a B- fighter, then Buatsi is going to be an A- fighter, for example. There is another level there. That makes sense. Listen, as far as momentum goes, let's have a look. Joshua Buatsi. Willie has great momentum now. He's on the up for sure. Yeah, he fought in the start of June. He's fighting 3-4 months later. He didn't take massive damage against Richard, so you can't argue with that momentum. Buatsi though, what's he been doing? Okay, no, to be fair, and that was right still. So he beat Aziz. So yeah, Buatsi's in pretty good form as well. He hasn't fought as recently. You can't say that Buatsi's not in form, so yeah, maybe that's not going to be as relevant. I believe Craig Richards, he hadn't fought for a minute. Let's have a look when he last fought. Boris. He fought Boris. He lost it. He lost and he fought Boris, so it's one of them for him. Forget about Craig. I'm just saying that you can't always just jump on him. Oh, well, Buatsi's going to be more angry, so it's going to lead to the correct result. Well, people, Craig was supposed to be more angry, and it didn't lead to the correct result. I'd like to think so, though. Yeah. Buatsi need to bring some biblical bars into his paws. Yeah. And with the weapons, spit some percent. If you read the Bible, I haven't read it, but if you read the Bible, there's no doubt some bars in there about, the hands of God. That's the kind of narrative. Stop reading all them hippie bars about, if you take one cheek, then you give him your booty hole. Leave all that hippie shit somewhere else. It's the fight game. Bring some of them spiteful Old Testament bars to his ass. That's what we need right now. Yeah? Again, I haven't read the Bible. I assume there's some bars in the Bible that say something like long lines of, and God seeth sin, and he scorched the earth. Yeah? We need some scorched earth bars on this dude's ass. Right? That's what we need right now. Don't be doing all this one. Again, I like it. Great drama. Great narrative for the fight. What I'm tired of seeing, seeing narrative like AJ. I'm from the streets. He gets in the fight with Usyk. I didn't see no streets in there. I don't like seeing things like this, yeah. And same with Craig. Craig, it all kicked off with Willie. Exactly same circumstance. It all kicks off, and Willie was the one who punched you up. I'm not saying Willie was massively spiteful, but ultimately he was boxing your head off. So it's one thing if Willie was not doing nothing, and it is what it is, but he was boxing your head off. So it's your onus to start getting spiteful at that point. You got a problem with dude, now it's time to get spiteful. Craig didn't bring that. So I'm just hoping Buatsi, and I'm backing Buatsi. I might even put two bread on it, ain't gonna lie. Not a big amount, $20 probably. I'll put $20 to win a tenner on. That's what I'll probably do for this fight. Because the odds don't suck. AJ versus Dubois, the odds suck. The only way I'd back that fight is on Dubois. I would never back AJ in that kind of, with them odds skewed that far. I don't think it's that kind of fight. It might end up be, but anyway, I digress. Let's now get to the actual skullduggery that took place. Because some of Buatsi, yeah, let's listen this time. I hear Buatsi say, both of them are basically saying, no, come on, let's get together kind of thing. Let's get rid of security. Security always trying to step in. Both trying to politic their way into getting closer to each other without the security stepping in. And they do it successfully. But the bar that made me laugh was when Buatsi starts saying, no, there's nothing going on. There's no cameras. There's nothing going on. There's no cameras. There's nothing going on. As he says, there's nothing going on. He's got his hands around his neck. That's how you do it, though. Yeah. I've always said, if you end up in a street fight confrontation, the best thing to do, yeah, is the element of surprise. Yeah. So I don't want no problems. Set the range out. I don't want no problems. And in that period of time, because people want to think that you're sweet, right? So if you're cowering down, I don't want no problems. Meanwhile, in your own mind, you're setting the range out. You're thinking, this dude fixing to catch his hook on the end of his chops. I don't want no problems. As I'm saying, I don't want no problems. Taking my arms out like this, yeah. I'm gauging how I get these two big knuckles right on the end of his beak and spin his block for him. But from the ops perception, they're thinking, oh, this guy's soft. He don't want no problems, right? The element of surprise. Now, if you're out there riding off, then it's somewhat expected that you're looking to fight. If you're acting cowardly, then you up. Yeah, 100%. I did a video on my other channel a few years ago, Mr. Blue Turban. Yeah, Mr. Blue Turban and Mia Khan's cousin or something like that. Someone of the witch, of the like. He was kicking off, beaking off like this. Anyway, so next security guard just essentially caught him slipping. But no talking, no rah-rah, but just clipped him. And he was, come on, it's Amir Khan's second cousin. Sorry, Amir Khan's cousin. So he was asleep for sure. And all of his friends, all of his friends here who were just mouthing off minutes before, like backing him, they was all saying, "Oh man, come on, bro." After my man. So when my man was rowding off, yeah, and his team thought he was doing the most and doing well, yeah, they was like, yeah, don't take that. And then when he got clipped, yeah, he was spark on the floor, and they were putting him in the recovery position, saying, "Nah, man, you ain't got to do him like that." I love seeing that kind of shit. I love seeing it when people give it the rah-rah, yeah, and then get what they're looking for. If you're rahing off, yeah, you're no doubt looking for something. Don't be crying, don't be calling authority, don't be doing this, don't be putting police reports in. Now, if you're a genuine victim who's minding your business, and that's different. But if you're out there rahing for it and you get what you're looking for, you just tuck your tail in between your legs and take it home and sleep it off and reflect on your behaviour. That's what you must do. Anyway, but as far as this situation goes, yeah, Buatsi saying, "No, it's nothing's going on," as he stretches his arms out. So he's trying to get the security away. Like, "No, nothing's going on. He's putting his hands out. Listen again with that in mind. So wait there a minute. I really should have downloaded it frame by frame, but it will do. So you can see here, security guy there, right? Let's have a look again. Yeah, you can see a security guy here, gold star. Buatsi's there. So he's looking at him, politicking him, saying, "No, man, it's good. Willie's there, yeah? There's nothing going on. You hear that bit there? I can't rewind it, but he says there's nothing going on. So he's de-escalated the situation. Verbally, he's de-escalating. Physically, he's escalating. So it causes a confusion for the people in control. They're hearing, nothing's going on, there's no cameras, nothing's going on. And then, but you got to do it. He grips around his neck. Oops. That's an L for Willie, I'm afraid. I never got understood why. It seems to be bravado culture. Bravado culture tells you, yeah, when you're in an altercation, you need to be... It's like peacocks. Peacocks get their flowers out. It's actually the worst thing to do. If you're in a confrontation, you put your chin in the air like this. Put your neck out. Willie put his neck out like this. Right? There's never... Even if you're into the whole roll on the floor, wrestling business is never... I don't know, I'm not a wrestling specialist, but there's never an advantage, particularly for boxers, to have your neck in the air like this. All you're doing is presenting a sweet target, whether it's your chin or your neck, and that's how often it goes. And that's what happened to Willie. He got his neck gripped up. And Buatsi caught him slipping. Again, it don't mean zip though. That's the truth, unfortunately. This could happen and it could end up being a bit of a banana peel for Joshua. I hope not. I'm backing not. But nonetheless, right? How many times have we seen people rah off? We saw Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. There's loads of examples. People rah off. Devin Haney was doing the same against Ryan Garcia. There was a lot of back and forth there, but you get the point. I want to listen one more time because it is comical. Yeah. So listen out now for nothing's going on, and then watch his hands. Willie at the end. Willie's been at a point. Yeah. And to be fair, the problem is, I'm not saying Willie. Did Willie lose? Objectively, he lost. Yeah. He ended up with his hand around his neck. Bottom line, it don't mean nothing though, because the problem is the authorities, they tell you don't touch each other, don't be violent, you can lose this, you get fined. So there's a narrative in your head that you can just go face to face. 99% of face-offs, people go face to face and they leave the place, right? So you're conditioned to think, why not go face to face? But in my mind, I'd always be thinking, like Canelo for example. Canelo, when he was in there with Eminem, Canelo versus Eminem Plant here. Carrot Top's had loads of face-offs. Nonetheless, though, when Plant went to do something, he whipped. I think Plant strangled someone else around that fight. I think Plant may have strangled Jamal or something like that. So Plant was feeling like he was that guy. Yeah, he'd slapped a few people, he'd gripped up a few people's neck, and he thought, oh, Carrot Top's next. So he went to go and do something to Carrot Top. Carrot Top went, beep, slipped it off, and bap. That's the kind of play I'll be thinking of. Yeah, if I see any hands come out towards me, I'm rolling under it, and it's going to be the fight rescheduled for him. He's going to have to fix a rib. You can work that out. That's on him then, right? Listen, I'm a trained fighter. If I see someone's hands coming towards me, boop, yeah, he's going to have to reschedule the fight for this one, because his rib will twist up now. Oops. He'll think twice now. He'll know that I ain't playing like that. Yeah? I ain't playing with this whole political, I'm holding your neck type shtick. And ultimately, yeah.
Come on. Alright, go on. Yeah, come on. Yeah, the camera's on.
Yeah, Buatsi gets a good grip, and watch Buatsi's body. He actually tries to get over it. He's proper trying to strangle you. Watch this here. See that there? He's proper like that bit there. Proper jams it in. And then Willie tries to run in there. Look, he tries to run in. He's oh man, good stuff anyway. If nothing else, it's built good hype for the fight. Intriguing. Let's see how it plays out. And listen, I'm backing Buatsi, but if Willie wins, more power to him. Same as the Craig situation. I'd like to think Buatsi can do something, but he might not. And if he don't, then more power to Willie. I do think though, Yards fell off, yeah. Yards fell off commercially speaking. He lost his head with Tunde, bottom line. Yard should have fought Buatsi. But Yard will handle this one. If Buatsi can't handle it, Yard will handle it. Whatever you say about Yard, yeah, he got the power. Buatsi, Richards don't have the power like that. Yard does have the dog. Yeah, Yard was going 50-50 in a fight with Beterbiev. And I watched that fight back. I've never seen no one go toe-to-toe with Beterbiev before. Yes, Yard was boxing more. He wasn't like chasing him down, but the only man I've ever seen go toe-to-toe with Beterbiev's Yard. And Beterbiev can bang. This Willie cat, he can box a lot, yeah, but we saw what Yard does with boxers. Willie, for me, he's like Billy Joe. He's slick. He's like Billy Joe, but he has the power. Billy Joe ain't got no power, right? Billy Joe is like Lyndon Arthur. Now, if Yard goes in there, yeah, and tries to box with Willie, he'll probably lose, right? He tried to box with Lyndon Arthur and lost. So if Yard go in there on his job, yeah, he food. Because Willie can't punch like that. He can't. Yard will cut through him like a hot knife through butter. And really, Buatsi should as well. Buatsi just need to go forward and hit him. It sounds simple, but that's the bottom line here, people. Go forward, yeah. Pop, bang, bang. Errol Spence used to do it. Errol Spence does it. Errol Spence, Carrot Top. Get on this guy and hit him. Carrot Top versus Billy Joe. All that loosey-goosey stuff, it's good until it ain't. You get popped in your mouth with a heavy shot. If you try and box with these guys, that's what they're good at. They're good at, you know what I'm saying? Pot shotting. Get on this guy and work him. Because Willie's cardio wasn't all that, if I'm honest. He was kind of half-gassed. And at points, he was clinging on for dear life against Craig. So you got to press this guy and work him. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like up the bell, 100%. Not that about it. Stop it.